Coming up on today's show, Tommy shows us how to modernize a muscle car, and then we'll show you how to get a showroom shine. Finally, stepping up your Can-Am Spyder.
Welcome to another edition of Performance TV. Man, do I love muscle cars like this 73 Z28 here. But every now and then you want to upgrade your muscle car to a modern day convenience. And I brought in Kevin Redd from Concept One Pulley Systems. And Kevin, we're going to upgrade this to a serpentine belt system on this Camaro. And Concept One has a kit completely to do that.
We do, Tommy. Thanks for having me first. And we're going to put on one of our small block victory kits that we build for the small block Chevrolets. It's going to have air conditioning, power steering, alternator. The kit comes with including all those things from the water pump to all your pulleys, brackets, belt, bolts, tensioner, and all that.
So. Yeah, I mean, kit comes with everything. Mm-hmm. Instead of buying a bracket from one company and a pulley from another company and hoping they all line up right when you go to put them on, your kit is designed for everything fits perfectly and runs smoothly. That's correct. We build this as a kit so that when you get it, you can bolt this thing on and it will fit. You won't have to we don't have to question it whether it's going to work. It's all designed to work together, so we know it's going to work. That's correct. All right, well, let's get to it. If we're going to put it on there, let's get going. All right. We'll raise the hood on this thing. All right, now we've done a little pre-work here. We put on the brackets for the, what's this bracket for? Yeah, that's the main bracket on the driver's side for the alternator and power steering. All right, we got the bracket on the other side? For the air conditioning. All right, we put on a new water pump. All the brackets come with it, and then we put on the crank pulley as well. That's correct. All right, well, what's next? All right, now we're going to go ahead and put on the air conditioning compressor. All right. We'll mount it and the tensioner bracket. All right, well, let's get going. All right. The one thing I like about your kits is it comes with the bolts, the brackets, everything. I mean, when you're putting this on, there's no doubt everything is here for it, all in one kit. That's exactly right. That's kind of the way we built these things, because we used to do restoration and building cars ourselves, and that was one of the hardest things to do, was try to find pulleys and brackets and make it fit. Yeah, it's aggravating when you go to work on it, you can't find all the stuff, and stuff doesn't line up, stuff doesn't fit. That's exactly right. I like this, all simple, bolt together. There's no, manufacturing your own brackets or this little brace. That is exactly right. It's made to fit. Now we switch sides. I'll finish up the AC compressor and install this hardline manifold. And this is something you guys come up here at Concept One. This is your idea here, right? To run the lines underneath and get them out of the way and clean it up? That's exactly right, Tommy. That's what we did. We tried to run them on the inside. You don't have your AC hoses stuck up top in your way. It just cleans the cockpit up some. All right, just pull this off and get it put on. Now, you're going to put on the power steering reservoir. At the pump. That's right, yep. That reservoir is something you guys also come up with. It is. It's our little, we call it our mini reservoir. It's built right on the pump. You don't have to run a remote. It cuts down to 2 hoses, just like a stock power steering pump was, but it's, in our mind, it's pretty cool. Yeah, it's a neat looking piece. It is a neat looking piece. Billet. It's small, compact. That's right, yeah, it is, and it is built. It is machined out of a solid piece of aluminum. Well, it does. It fits nice down in there, doesn't it? Yeah, it is, and it's just 2 bolts. 2 bolts hold it on. Hold it on. Cap's accessible to. That's right. Yep. You can get to it to fill it and check it, whatever. So it works out pretty well right there. Put my O-rings back in here to come out with the plate. Yeah, we're all about just clean and neat. That's what we're trying to do, is just have a clean and neat system and something that's easy to install and fits. I like how simple everything is. Thank you. That's kind of our motto. Clean and neat. All right, now it's time to put on the water pump pulley, and you're going to put on the bracket for the alternator and throw the alternator on this, and we're getting close. Okay, yeah, we're about to get finished. I went ahead and finished up the power steering pump and put the pulley on. I like all nice billet. Everything here is billet. Yeah, we machine all that stuff in-house. Obviously we buy pumps and belts and tensioners, but we as far as all the pulleys, brackets, the reservoirs, All the engineering goes into the brackets.
That's right, yeah.
Making sure everything lines up.
And we do all that in-house.
It's especially for all different models of engines and different makes of cars, and there's a lot of engineering goes into this.
People would be amazed at the time that it takes to design one of these pulley systems. You know, you look at it, you don't think there's that much to it, but it's a time-consuming process.
Well, it is if you want it to work right.
That's right. That's for sure.
Real easy if you just want to cobble it on there.
That's right. And kind of like the old saying is, you get what you pay for, you know?
That's right. Slide the alternator in there.
Yeah, ready for it. Yeah, this is, these kits normally come with a 105 amp alternator, but since they're going to be running dual fans with this one, we decided to upgrade it to a 140 amp.
There's all kinds of options.
That's exactly right. Yeah, we have options there. We have power steering hose kits that we do. We can help guys with that. Like I said, the different finishes, pressures and flow rates on the power steering pump, depending on what type of steering they have. So we have plenty of options.
All right, we got our belt tensioner on, and all left is put the belt on. You
That's
ready?
it, yeah.
All right, I'll pull the tensioner back, and you slide that belt on.
Kind of slide the belt on. We'll be finished.
All right, you ready?
I believe that's it. Break it back off just a little bit there.
All right.
Okay.
All right, everything in place?
We're all good.
Man, that looks good.
You like that?
That Concept 1 pulley system kit here, I mean, it cleaned all this up, made it look nice and simple, and looks really, really good. I like it.
Well, thank you very much.
All right, well, we'll finish hooking our hoses up, but we'll do that while we're at break. We'll be right back with more Performance TV.
This edition of Performance TV, presented by ARP, is being brought to you by ARP, the world leader in fastener technology. AMS, because we care. B&M Racing and Performance, quality performance products that work. KW Machine Works, capture the adventure. And by AJE Suspension, committed to quality and affordability since 1990.
Welcome back to Performance TV. Chances are, if you've got a hot rod, you want to keep it running well and looking well. Well, I've got Lee from Quality Aerosols here, Lee. You've got everything covered, not only to make it look good, but also make it run good as well.
We do, Tom, and thank you. We have a full line of automotive cleaners, polishes. We have a full line of lubricants, penetrants, and some adhesives that you could use for your car. So we're not just a look good company, we're a get it done, make sure the car's running right, and clean them at the same time.
Right, you got a little bit of everything for all areas of the car.
Absolutely.
And you've got some stuff now coming out for motorcycles as well?
We have a full line of motorcycle products that will be launched at SEMA this year.
Oh, you're going to introduce those at SEMA, have a full line of motorcycle products. Looks like it's a little smaller can because, let's face it, bikes are a little smaller.
Yeah, we want to make sure they can get it in their saddlebags. And,
perfect.
So we really made sure that the line was the right products, the right size for the motorcycle enthusiast.
Well, good. Now, you've brought a couple of them you want to show us how they work today. And we've got a headlight here. This product here, the bright lights, you're going to show us how to restore your headlights with this product here. Pretty simple, huh?
Absolutely. It's really a 1, 2, 3 process. You need 3 things. Of course, you need bright lights. You need an application cloth, and I like to use just an old rag. You fold it up to the size of your hand so you can use it, and a microfiber. And that's all you need. Of course, you have your dirty yellow light. Now, this is a light that actually came out of the junkyard, and you can see it's completely yellow, clouded over.
A little cloudy yellow look to it.
Yeah, absolutely. And so you should shake your product for about 30 seconds, make sure it's shooken in properly, and then you put a foam strip across the light. Now you take your cloth and you start rubbing it in. Really, for demonstration purposes, Tommy, I'm going to show you just 1/2 of this thing so you can see the difference between it. and you're going to rub it in circles, side to side, up and down, it doesn't matter. And you're
No buffer, just doing it all by hand.
All by hand. No sandpaper. You don't have to tape off your chrome. You don't have to worry about your paint being bubbled up because you're using a top coat on top of this thing. We don't touch the UV protectant in it. We're actually enhancing the UV protectant with the UV protector that we've got built into it. And you keep doing this until you hear it squeaking. And you hear it's just starting to do that.
Yeah.
What that squeaking tells you is that this product is filling in the pores of the headlight and sealing it off. Okay? And you can see the damage that we've removed from this.
Yeah.
And the next step is you just take your microfiber,
Kind of buff it and polish it.
polish it off,
Wow. Makes a
and
huge
you've got a big difference between clear and yellow.
Yeah, you can see the sheen on that. I mean, that brightened that thing right up.
Yeah, and again, it leaves a nice UV protection on it so you can actually feel the coating on it compared to the other side.
Oh, yeah, yeah. This is nice and smooth. This is rough. You can feel this feels like it's got sandpaper on it over here.
So it's a one-step process. Cleaning cloth, microfiber, the product. You have 2 minutes, your headlight's done.
Man, that's good. I'll bring mine in later. What, you know, we've got some other things. Not only the headlights, but you're going to make the car look good. You're going to make the paint shine. What do we got for that?
Absolutely. We have a product called Clean and Shine. Clean and Shine is a product that you can use on a dirty car. You can spray it right on. You need just a applicating cloth, microfiber, and the product. And you don't have to put a lot of product on it. A very light spray, it's done. Let it sit there for about a second. You take your applicating cloth and you just work it in. This has got a nice coconut smell, so in the middle of winter when you're doing it, you think you're on the beach.
That's right. You don't have time to go wash your car at the car wash, but it's just got a little bit of road grime or a little dirt, dust on it.
And that's
you can spray this off and do it easily.
Exactly. And that's it. It's just spray it on, wipe it in, buff it out, and you're done. It takes the dirt, lifts it out, collects it on the cloth. When you buff it off, it gives you a showroom shine. Clean and Shine basically is liquid carnauba. So you're putting a lot of wax on the car, makes it look like a showroom car each and every time.
I like it. When we take a break here on Performance TV, we come back. Lee's got some more stuff really going to make this Challenger shine.
Performance TV, coming to you from Bulla Commerce Park.
Welcome back to Performance TV. Today I'm with Lee from Quality Aerosols, and we're giving you a couple examples of what their products do and how easy they are to use. Lee, you have a vast variety of products, but we're going to give them a sampling today. And what are we going to show them next?
Well, this is a new product we've developed. It's our chrome wheel cleaner and polish. It's actually good for painted wheels. It's really good for dirty wheels. Well, what it does, it's a coconut scent, so it gives you a nice smell of summer, no matter when you use it. But it'll actually take off all brake dust, dirt, grime, and grease from the road. No need to rub it in with an applicating cloth. You just use one cloth and work it into your wheel. And it's
real simple to use, takes off all the grime, real quick.
Yeah, grime, grease, brake dust actually leaves a nice little coating so that brake dust gets retarded from coming back. And you can see all
look at that.
The dirt that it's taken off. Very simple to use. Spray it on, wipe it down. You got a great looking wheel.
Man, I can tell you can't smell this on TV, but man, it smells good. I like it. The one I'm really interested to see today is speed clay. Now, we've all heard about, you know, clay and how we buff cars with it. Yours comes in an aerosol can?
Absolutely. Again, this is a new, nice, innovative product from Quality Aerosols. It's actually clay in a can. You know, with a clay bar, if you drop it on the ground, you've lost that clay bar.
It breaks the bar.
You could drop this on the ground all you want.
Pick it back up and use it again.
and use it. And it's very easy to use. You're going to put a thin layer on your paint. Use the applicating cloth, fold it to the size of your hand, and just work that foam into the paint. It'll remove
Yeah, what's the advantages of the clay? We hear a lot of clay talk. What's it actually do?
Well, it removes dead pigment, acid rain, mineral deposits, spider scratches. It'll remove a scratch as long as you can't get your nail into it. It'll remove that scratch, and it'll remove paint overspray. If you're at home doing some painting on your vehicle, it removes that. And what you do is you just keep rubbing it in until you feel it start to retard or start pulling on the rag. And you can see it's removed some of the...
Yeah, you can see a film on that, yeah.
And then you just take your microfiber and you buff it in.
Not a lot of hard pressure, not a lot of hard rubbing.
No. And again, you can use circles, side to side, up and down. It doesn't matter. Unlike the clay bar, you got to go left to right, left to right. I get dizzy doing that. But this, you can do it any way you want. Feel that paint finish.
Well, that's smooth. Yeah.
It's
now I got to wipe my handprints.
Yeah. But so what Speed Clay does is it removes all the junk, gives you a perfect paint job.
Now, will you do this after waxing, before waxing? When would you do this?
I would do this before waxing.
Trying to remove everything, and then put the wax over the top, make a nice shine.
And then I take my clean and shine, lay it on top of this, and I'm telling you, you have a showroom car.
Now tell me about one product that Quality Aerosols has that nobody else has.
Yes, it's our undercoating. We've perfected undercoating in a canister. This is a 38-pound canister. It's a pressurized unit. You have your own gun. You could go, if you're in a shop, you can take your wheel off. You can spray that wheel well, one swoop.
Now, and you don't have to go to a place that does undercoatings. You can do this yourself in your garage.
It's great for a do-it-yourselfer. It takes, to do an undercarriage of a car, it takes about $3 to completely undercoat the bottom of your car.
Well, that's something anybody can do at their house. I mean, that's a lifesaver right there. I'll tell you what, folks, we'll be back with more Performance TV, but you got to check out the whole line of Quality Aerosols. Go to their website. We'll be right back.
This week's ARP quarter-mile quiz question comes from Barry in Ohio. Barry would like to know, after a burnout, you back up, then a black box is removed. What's the black box for? If you know what I mean.
Barry, first of all, great question. The black box on the back of our car is actually a little dashboard.
If you have a question for the ARP quarter-mile quiz, send it to the address on your screen. If we use your question on the air, you'll receive an ARP quarter-mile quiz shirt. This edition of Performance TV, presented by ARP, is being brought to you by Parking Target, thinking outside the box. Speed Hut, a revolution in custom gauges. Speed Tech Performance, performance for the driven. Asheville Engines, Ford Power Stroke diesel engine experts. And by Steel Rubber, quality crafted rubber parts and weather stripping.
Welcome back to Performance TV. You're seeing a lot of these Can-Am Spyders on the road these days, and there's a lot of accessories out there. Today we've got a set of floorboards we're going to install on this one right here, and I've got John Anderson from Seal Floorboards. Your product, now how did you come up with the idea for these floorboards?
Well, first of all, I'm partially disabled, and I needed to have a floorboard that I could ride comfortably on.
Right, that's probably why you got a Spider, 3 wheels, easier to ride, so
right.
you needed something a little extra.
Be on the back without it. But I needed something that I could step up on very comfortably and then move my legs around. My knees need to be moving back and forth. So I designed a huge floorboard for it.
Right, a little more stability, easier to get on, and you're not standing on a peg. You've got a whole surface for your foot to rest on.
Exactly. This feels like I'm standing on the floor when I get on here. It's just a solid floor.
And they're very sturdy. I mean, they'll hold a lot of weight, too.
Even for the super biker. You know, there's guys out there that are 400 pounds. I've had them stand on this and jump. And it's just, they can't believe how easy it is to get on and off and how secure they feel.
Right. It's not only practical, and it's also very purposeful, and it's strong. It's not going to break. It's not going to fall off.
Exactly.
The thing I like about them the most is how easy they are to install.
Right.
Looking at these, there's 3 bolt holes.
Right. There's no drilling. There's no altering your bike. It's about a 20-minute project for anybody that's not mechanical. I mean, it's very simple.
So you're saying I can put them on?
I'm hoping.
All right, let's get started.
Right,
I say let's do it right now.
Okay.
Let's see. We're going to put you to the test here.
Okay.
All right. Grab some tools, and I'll head that way. Now, the one thing you mentioned, we need to raise the rear peg up. It's going to stay on here for the person on the back. All we have to do is raise it up and mount this bracket.
Right. A lot of people would ride with their peg down, the taller passengers.
Just stick a bolt back here.
Stick a bolt through there.
Put the bracket on here like this.
Bracket on there.
And stick the nut on. The floorboard will mount directly to this bracket.
Right. Now we're not going to tighten that real tight. Just going to let it drop.
All right. So I got it in there.
Okay. Now we're going to take the bolts off the foot peg, the passenger rider pegs, and lift the rubber off.
Take the rubber off with the peg on.
Right.
All right.
Now when you're doing that, you're going to find that there's a steel dampener for vibration that you're going to take out. The floorboards are so heavy that you don't really need to use that. So I just set that aside along with all the rubber, anything that you're taking off. Set it aside so when you do sell your bike, you probably want to take your floorboards off so you can...
You get another one, you want to transfer them to another?
Absolutely.
All right, and off that comes.
Okay. Now, let me hand you the floorboard here. It's heavy.
Yeah, I was going to say, they're pretty sturdy.
That's about 11 pounds.
All right, now just goes into place
line up the holes there. And then when you get those just finger tight on there, then we're going to do the back bracket.
All right.
You want me to hold that down there for you?
I've got to run it down a little more with my fingers before I tighten it up. It's all like this is pretty good. Now you've got a lot more products too. You
I
go to
do.
your website, you make more products for spiders?
Right. For those that haul a trailer, I've designed a number of products to bolt onto the trailer hitch so that you can put a tote rack to carry a suitcase or an overnight bag. There's a spline to carry golf clubs.
A little bit of everything.
I've carried a walker on it when I've had surgery on my knees. So yeah, it's very, very handy.
Solid,
Go ahead
sturdy.
and step on that.
All right. That's pretty nice. I like that. Yeah, I can see me on this.
Sure, and then you put your feet all the way up.
Oh, yeah.
When I ride, I've got my feet all the way up. They're my highway pegs. And I can move back and forth, keep my knees moving, joints flexing.
Well, I've got to finish the other side of this, put the other side of the floorboard on, but that's all the time we've got for this week. We'll catch you next week on Performance TV.